if you don't feel any pain or you don't see anybody, you want to be looking down your wire at the guy who's in the same bunker across from you. And if no one's in there and no one's shooting at you, then just like dive into the snake.
I'm Will Huntoon. I'm captain and president of the Northeastern Paintball team. We play in the NCPA, or the National Collegiate Paintball Association, which there's two leagues. There's a Class A and a Class AA, which there's two different formats. And really, depending on what league you're in, is kind of based off your skill level and your ability as a program. So if you have enough people and enough high-level people, then you can play in the Class A. But if you're hurting on numbers and hurting on people who are less experienced, then Class AA is a much better fit. And it's pretty much, there's tournaments held divisionally, so we play in the Northeast, of course, and we play all the other schools in the Northeast in tournaments throughout the year. And based on that, we get seeding points on how well we do. And then at the end of the year, we go down to Florida and compete nationally and try to be the best in the country for college.
So if I'm sitting in like the Dorito one, like you're gonna be doing outdoor, I don't want to be hanging towards the inside of the bunker because that's where everyone's looking to kill me. You don't want to be out here because that's where the few people who are over here can see you, but you want to be on this side because you're much more protected.
You know what it's like when you're behind a bunker and it's just getting blazed. And you know you can't do shit. Like, you need to just have that mentality that you're forcing on the other team the whole time. Like, you can't even play.
So paintball is played 5-on-5 on a symmetrical field in which there's inflatable bunkers that are different shapes and sizes and arranged, again, symmetrically, so it's fair for both sides. And it's a timed match usually that you're playing, and you're trying to go to your bunkers and pick spots and move up the field so that you're closer and easier to shoot each other out. And once you shoot everybody on the other team, there's a flag in the middle of the field that you can pick up and hang on your opponent's start box where they came from. And every time you can hang that flag, your team gets a point. I'd say playing on the paintball team is by far the time that I feel like I'm representing my school the most. I mean, going to class every day, you pass everyone in the hallways, everyone's doing the same thing of trying to get their degrees and do well here. But whenever we're in a game and we're in a tournament against another school, I mean, you get to put on your Huskies jersey and you get to try to beat another college. You know, you're representing your school and you're representing everyone else on your team, and it by far makes me feel the most pride in my school because I get to directly compete with other schools and other challenges that come across from playing against them, and seeing my peers and my teammates rise up and get better and overcome and beat other schools. I mean, it's the best feeling. I would say recruiting's the lifeline of the club. I mean, we already talked about how it's not known as a sport. I mean, if you come to college, most people have heard of ice hockey, most people have heard of basketball. You know that there are club programs for that, even for like cheerleading and dance. But I mean, even for me, you know, I had no idea that paintball was this serious of a thing. So just getting the awareness and the knowledge out there and finding people with experience, or even people who don't have experience but are willing to try and learn and get better, is very difficult. But it's a critical part of our stability and staying alive as a club. I mean, an easy example is this year we have 3 returning players from last year, and of all the other kids on the team, we have about 9 new kids, and most of them haven't played that much paintball before. But the fact that their willingness to learn, they're already getting better, and we're going to continue to be a great club because of that.
I'm Zach Niebel. I'm 5th year at Northeastern, computer science student, and I'm on Northeastern paintball team. When I was a freshman, I went to the club sport little convention thing, and I saw paintball and I thought it was really cool. I didn't end up having time for it my freshman year, and as I said, I was moving around a lot, so when I came back to campus and I finally had some time and some opportunity, I was like, you know, this seems like a really cool thing to do. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'd say being on the paintball team is definitely like a really big thing for school spirit. You get out there, you just chant Huskies, Huskies, Huskies. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're up, if the other guys in your team are up. I mean, you're just out there, you're playing against a bunch of other teams in the area, a bunch of teams from outside the area, their teams here from my hometown. I mean, all it is just like you get really competitive, but it's also really friendly. So there's a lot of really big team spirit and camaraderie, but at the same time, I mean, it's not like one of those things where you're about to, you know, cut the other person's head off. It's a lot of fun though.
My name is Austin Scavetti. I'm a freshman and I'm on the Northeastern Paintball team. Yeah, you know, like I'm really looking forward to going down to nationals. I mean, Florida's pretty awesome. Like, it's pretty great to be down there, let alone the fact that I'll be playing against, you know, some of like the best schools in the country, like, you know, Florida Gulf Coast and, you know, Cal Long Beach, who actually has a professional player on their team. But, you know, for the most part, like, I'm most excited to go down there and, you know, play against all these teams, see what we can do, you know. Every team is really just like a bunch of guys. And, you know, hopefully we try to pull out some victories there, you know. Maybe, you know, shot the world and win the whole thing. But, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.